30 seconds.
Roger.
20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Roll's completed.
Roger, roll complete.
There goes the pitch.
Roger pitch. You're on your way, Molly Brown.
Yeah, man.
We're a little bit high on the flight path, but no problem, Molly Brown.
Okay, Molly Brown's go for staging.
Roger, looks good from here.
Roger. Program date received.
Roger, update.
Okay, there was staging.
Roger, stage.
And we're thrusting.
Okay, thrust looks good from here.
Show full scale altitude there. Okay, we're starting to steer. The horizon's been right in view.
Roger.
Our GS is go.
Looks good from here.
Oh man, look at that.
Steering is good from here.
Stand by to copy 2-1.
Roger.
Delta V 139. GMTRC 155547. GETRC 013147. Roll left 55. GMTRB 160531. Roll right 65.
Roger, copy Delta V 139. GMTRC 155547. GETRC 013147. Roll left 55. GMTRB 160531. Roll right 65.
Roger.
Now can I ring Capcom? Go ahead. Roger, your Texas burn will be 48 feet per second for 73 seconds. Okay, 48 feet per second for 73 seconds. So far we got your TR and Gemini load in. Your clocks look good on the ground. Everything's go here. See you next trip.
Molly Brown, Cape Capcom.
Go, Cape Capcom.
Look better from there than on a ballistic flight?
Say again?
Does it look better from there than on a ballistic flight?
I can't read the girl.
Roger, how do it look?
It looked great.
Right.
Conarvin, Capcom, K-Flight.
Conarvin, go ahead.
Ask him if any of the things we asked him to try did anything with the control system. I'm not concerned about it, just want to know how it acted. As far as we're concerned, he's go for the second orbit.
You still got a blood pressure, John? We didn't read it.
Hey, sir, okay, I'll give you another one.
Okay. Just wonder if he was breathing. Pretty spectacular up there, huh?
Say again?
Pretty spectacular up there, huh?
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
RKV from Cape Flight.
Cape Flight, RKV, Capcom.
Roger, you are prime for retro.
Roger, understand.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Retro fire.
Happy Friday, my friends. Welcome to the stream. It's 1:55 p.m. here in Florida, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for probably about an hour. I'm going to shoot for an hour. I kind of have a feeling that my daughter is not going to take a long nap. You guys know me. I really only stream while my daughter is napping, and she is currently asleep with Olaf, the snowman from Frozen, in her crib right now, and hopefully she sleeps for the entire hour. So let's hang out, man. Let's shoot the shit. Whatever's on your mind. No topic of conversation this afternoon. Yeah, well, I was actually just looking at some shoes before this stream started, because in Florida I only wear flip-flops or sandals during the summer, and now we're gearing up towards the winter, which in Florida it's still pretty warm. But yeah, new wardrobe, gotta love it. Welcome, guys. Finished school. Nice, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Darude Sandstorm. What's up, Quincy? Good to see you, man. Stuart, Arcaros, good to see you, Arcaros. And thank you so much once again for picking up the book. I don't think I've mentioned that to you over the microphone, but I really appreciate that, man. Let's see. Benjamin B., thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of the stream. Benjamin B. says, hey, Greedo, did you catch the PS5 conference? Lots of cool games. Looking forward to Final Fantasy 16. Also, Hogwarts Legacy. That's the game I'm working on. No kidding. That's really the game you're working on, Ben. I was going to... so I did not watch the conference, but I kind of skimmed some of the release, the titles and stuff like that. They're going to be coming out. I think if I was more... like 100% guaranteed to want to buy a next generation console, I probably would have paid a little more attention. But I'm actually wanting to kind of build a new PC soon. So a new console is like way in the back burner of my mind right now. That being said, the Harry Potter game, what little I know about it, it's an open world Hogwarts game, right? Let me look this up. Hogwarts Legacy. Is an upcoming open-world role-playing game set in the late 1800s. I did not realize that. In the Wizarding World, developed by Avalanche Software and published by blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, open world. Yeah. That sounds awesome. I've been wanting I've never been a big Harry Potter fan. Like, back in the day, I think I was a little too maybe old when it really started to gain traction, at least in the States. And I don't think I ever really heard about it until the movies started coming out. And I think I was a little too, or it kind of passed me by. It passed me by for, I was a few years too old, I think, for it to really be on my radar. But that being said, I like all the movies. They're fun. I think my favorite one is the first one, just because it's, it's innocent and childlike, and it's fun. I like origin stories. And I've been wanting like a Harry Potter MMO. I just think that would be fun. Now, this is not an MMO, but it is open world. And yeah, there's no question in my mind that kind of depending on the, I guess, the reviews and whatnot, I'll probably end up getting it. I think I saw the trailer. There was no like gameplay, right? Yeah, I don't think so. But I did read the first Harry Potter book probably 2 years now. Like 2 years ago. It was free on the Kindle, and I picked it up because of that, and I read it, and yeah, I couldn't put it down, man. It was surprisingly like fantastic. I shouldn't say surprisingly. It's like one of the biggest book franchises ever, right? About 5 seconds of gameplay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's yeah, I'll definitely be getting that whenever it comes out. I'm assuming it'll come out for the PC too, maybe? I really don't know. Yeah, other than that, Ben, like, really, honestly, man, the only other game that I'm really looking forward to is Cyberpunk. That's just kind of consuming my video game future right now. Everything else that I'm looking forward to playing is just kind of Star Wars stuff, but yeah, and some indie stuff. But anyway, I appreciate that, Ben. Is everybody going to get a next generation console? I'm curious. Like, And if you are, tell me what you are in the chat right now. And then I'll tell you what I probably, if I was to get one, which one I would be leaning toward. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I think I would. I love Xbox controllers. I'm not a fan of PlayStation controllers. Don't know why. I think I would like PlayStation exclusives more than Xbox exclusives, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking to build a new PC in the next few months. So that's where my my gaming, I don't know, money is going to go, right? Because I also really want to build a new PC, not only for gaming, but also for video editing. Yeah, my machine is about 5.5 years old now. And yeah, I just want something new. But yeah, anyway. Lego Star Wars Fan 77, Venom Snake, thank you guys so much for the channel support this afternoon. Lego Star Wars Fan 77 says, I remember in a previous stream you said you have friends in Boston. Have you been there? I'm from there. Yeah, I've been there once, actually. I have a friend that lives outside of Boston, or did. Yeah, the only time that I've ever been there was for a wedding in New Hampshire. So me and a bunch of friends flew into Boston and got an Airbnb and stayed a day and a night in Boston and just kind of bar hopped and went around the city, and it was a blast, man. So that's the only time I've ever been to Boston, just for like that maybe 48-hour period. It was really cool. We did the Freedom Trail. Is that what it's called? The Freedom Trail? I think, yeah, we did most of the Freedom Trail. Grabbed dinner and beers along the way, and it was March. Yeah, it was March, so it was super cold for this Floridian. Yeah, I loved it up there. It was fun. A lot of history. We went to the is it the USS Constitution that's up there? Constitution. Yeah, we went to the USS Constitution, which was really cool. Little museum there, and had a little chit chat with some of the. I didn't realize that was like a billet that you can actually take. It doesn't. I don't think it depends on your job in the Navy, but you can actually get stationed at the USS Constitution, and that's your job. You know, looking after this and this ship that was built in like the late 1700s. It's kind of cool, man. So I talked with those guys on the boat, but yeah, man, I appreciate that, Lego. I'd love to go up there again. Definitely, I love that world, but I appreciate that. Venom Snake and Sarah Heat, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate that. Sarah, I see it's extremely generous of you this afternoon. I see that you did not type a message there, and I also see that you typed a message and then retracted it. So if you want to keep post another message, I'll keep an eye on it, but I appreciate that. Venom Snake, thank you so much. Venom says, in 100 years, everyone currently alive will be dead. If you don't believe me, add 100 years to anyone you know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of people think that, well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. My daughter could live to 102, right? I think maybe the first person to live to 150 might have been born already. I think life expectancy, as we get better and better with medical technology and all that kind of stuff, I think people will live for there will be a time when human beings will live, I mean, beyond, I think, what we can imagine right now. I think given enough time, we could, human beings can figure out how to be immortal. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people working on various aging processes or downloading consciousness into computers and all that kind of stuff.
Really impressed me.
Oh.
I just prefer PS exclusives, and my friends want to keep playing BF2, Conan, Fortnite, etc. together. It'll just be convenient. Hope you're well.
Subterrell Prospector and Daniel Ambrose, And Sarah Heat, I have not forgotten about you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, Venom. Yeah, I think I think we'll probably maybe in not my lifetime, but maybe the generation after mine or the generation after that, we will start seeing like people live to 150. Yeah, there's no question in my mind, that'll happen. But yeah. And Sarah Heat, thank you so much for the ridiculously generous super chat and channel support this afternoon. I really appreciate that, Sarah. Sarah, let me find it. I see that you posted again. Sarah said, I watched the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer, and I'm so excited. What do you think the Empire wants with the baby? That's a really good question. I don't know. I think... it was kind of somebody was joking a while ago, but they said they want to eat it. Obviously, that's a joke. I guess that would be anyway. That would be funny, but I would assume that they would want to obviously use it for their own gain. These Imperial remnants or these Imperial warlords out there, they would want to use the child for maybe research as some kind of like. I don't know, like some kind of research project to extract. I don't know. Somebody also said extract midichlorians. Who knows? But that's kind of how I see it, like a Goebbels kind of thing, right? They want this child to run experiments on it and see if they can kind of harness its power. That's kind of how I see it. Who knows if that'll be the case? It seems like there's not just. It seems like a lot of people are wanting this child, and maybe it's for, obviously a lot of it is bounties. People are trying to cash in on bounties, and they want to kind of steal the bounty from Mando. But yeah, that's my guess. Some, experimentation trying to harness its power. Who knows? Or attempt to use it for the child for the institution, the Empire's own personal gain. That's the only guess that I can have. I really don't know beyond that. I am super excited too. I thought the trailer was perfect, Sarah. Like, it didn't reveal too much. It put the quest out there that Mando's going to be going on, right? It put it out there. His quest, his mission is to find a group of sorcerers who can relate to this kid. And it sounds like going to be a fun adventure, but yeah, I'm super excited. I think, I don't know. It's hard to believe that it's going to be here in, a little over a month? It feels weird. It feels weird that, I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to, get back into the groove of making videos of a regularly scheduled episode of something. Does that make sense? Like, with the Clone Wars, every, Friday? Boom. Watch an episode, make a video. It was like clockwork. And then with The Mandalorian Season 1, same thing. Boom, boom, boom. And it feels weird not having that schedule for so long. And now we're about to get into another, round of episodes. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. But anyway, Sarah, I appreciate that. We will see. I'm sure Mandalorian will protect that child at all cost. But I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. But I appreciate that, Sarah. Hope you're doing well. And Subterrell Prospector, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Subterrell says PS5 disc version. Although I didn't know. Well, okay, let me see. I didn't realize that was an option. So there's PS5 disc versus digital. What's the price difference? Is there? Let's see. Is that the only difference price? Sony confirmed that the price of the PlayStation at launch is $500 and that the PS5 digital edition is $400. Okay. Interesting. All right. That just makes me mad because you could probably, you can buy a disc reader on eBay for like $5. What can you? So if you have a digital version, can you plug in like an external USB disk drive, and to be able to do that? Probably not. Subterrell says PS5 disc version. Although Xbox has really impressed me, I just prefer PS exclusives, and my friends want to keep playing Battlefront 2, Conan, Fortnite, etc. together. It'll just be convenient. Hope you are well. Yeah, man. I think if I had to choose one right now, I would probably go with the PlayStation, just because I I don't play enough console games to really gauge either Xbox or PlayStation exclusives, but the ones that I have seen, the PlayStation exclusives definitely appeal to me more. That being said, I do like both of my nephews have PlayStations, and they've both told me that it's because their friends have PlayStations. It's kind of interesting how there's going to be these like pockets of friends who they're like never going to change their maybe loyalty is the wrong word, but their system, like whatever system they're going to be playing on, because they all are kind of in lockstep with that system that they've been playing on for years. Does that make sense? Luckily for me, pretty much everyone that I play with is a PC gamer. And yeah, another reason that I would go with the PlayStation is because the idea of having to pay for like online access to play with my friends sucks on an Xbox. Now, I don't know if that's how the new generation is going to be. I haven't looked into any of this stuff. But, like, having to pay, what is it, $15 a month to play a game that I already own online with people is dumb to me. I don't understand it. I don't know why that's the case. I've only had, like, Xbox Live for maybe 2 months out of the 3 years that I've owned my Xbox One. Just because I don't really play very many games. I'm sure if I played a lot of games with my friends on consoles and whatnot, that would change. But yeah. So I heard the Xbox is super cheap, really competitive price for sure. If I had to guess, I would guess that the Xbox will outsell just for that reason alone. But yeah. Whoa, is that a new PlayStation controller design? Like, oh no, it looks the same. That's another thing, man. I don't like PlayStation controllers. I've never liked them. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate that sub, Terrell. You need a PS Plus subscription to play on. Oh, you really do? Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize you had to pay for PlayStation 2. See, I haven't had a PlayStation since my PlayStation 3, and I don't remember needing to pay back in the day for that. Maybe I did. Maybe I barely... Well, I know I played Madden and stuff like that, but I don't remember subscribing to like an online PlayStation thing. Daniel Ambrose, thank you so much, man. Daniel Ambrose says, I'm adopting a kitten soon. I'm naming him Harry Dean Stanton. One of all-time greatest actors, R.I.P. What kind of kitten? That's exciting. I'm trying to think. I know Harry Dean, but he's one of... Oh, duh, Alien. I'm trying to, like... I can picture him in something else, though. He was in Red Dawn. I'm looking at his IMDb now. Fear and Loathing. Man, he's been in so much shit. That is crazy. He's such a, like a unique... I find that a lot of these kind of guys who have like a unique look to them are in so much stuff. Does that make sense? He's in the Green Mile. Godfather Part 2. I've never seen Godfather Part 2. He's in Cool Hand Luke? Wait, what? Harry Dean Stanton. Oh, yeah, he is. Young. Actually, not very young. If you guys haven't seen Cool Hand Luke, it's great, man. Watch it. That's fun. That's fun. We have 3 cats. We have 3 cats. 2 of which... well, one, my wife had... She worked at an animal hospital for a bit. Somebody left a cat. This was like 13 years ago. Left a cat on the animal hospital's steps. Just in like a box. So she took it home. The other one, my wife found behind a place she worked, eating out of a dumpster. It was like she could tell that it was like a week old, or maybe 2 weeks or old or something like that. A tiny, tiny kitten, barely could, survive on its own. And I was on deployment, and she brought the kitten home. The third cat we have is because my wife's mom passed away about a year and a half ago, so we took her cat in. But that's exciting, man. That's exciting. That's fun. Yeah. Every time you sit at the computer, you're gonna have a cat on your lap, guaranteed. You will not be able to avoid it. But anyway, share some pictures when the little guy or girl comes. And TPM Productions, thank you so much. What's your favorite Stanley Kubrick movie? You know, probably. God, so when I was growing up, I would have said Spartacus. When I was like maybe 13 years old, I would say Spartacus. 13, 14, somewhere in there. I watched Spartacus so much in that age range. Like when Gladiator came out, you know? I watched Gladiator and Spartacus constantly and played Ultima Online constantly. But I would say my favorite Kubrick movie is probably A Clockwork Orange. And it's really hard to pick one there. Man, I was gonna say Full Metal Jacket, but there's a lot of like Kubrick movies, Clockwork Orange and Full Metal Jacket included. You know, there's sections of them that I don't really care for. You know, I mean, I think everybody thinks of Full Metal Jacket for the boot camp sequences, right? Me included. Once it leaves that, I think maybe it kind of loses what, or at least it becomes less memorable, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to say Clockwork Orange. TPN. Again, there was a time where I watched that movie constantly, just because it was so goddamn weird. I was probably like 18 years old or something like that. Probably perfect time, or maybe the worst time, to watch Clockwork Orange. Yeah, I just watched it constantly, man. It was such a weird... movie that for whatever reason just stuck with me. I liked how off the wall and weird it was. Now, The Shining, I've never been a fan of The Shining. I don't know why. It's one of my wife's favorite movies, and yeah, for whatever reason, it's one that I've never. Yeah, it's not a favorite of mine. I don't know. But anyway, obviously 2001. It's great. I used to have a wall size like 2001 A Space Odyssey poster in my old office years ago. I still have it in the attic right now. It's in a tube. But this thing was like one of those giant posters you would see hung at the top of a movie theater. That when you walk inside, you know, it was huge. It was like 8 feet tall. And it used to be tacked up in my office. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, TPN. There we go. Thoughts on the new Lego Mos Eisley Cantina, Azkaban. Yeah, it's cool. I looked at it for the first time, I think yesterday, during yesterday's stream. I'm not going to end up getting it, probably. It'd be one thing if my daughter was old enough to build Legos with me, but she's not. She's 2.5. So maybe one day I'll end up getting it, you know. But yeah, it looks awesome. I didn't realize it came with so many figures, and it looks pretty intricate, and outside scenes and inside scenes. It looks pretty cool, man. What's the worst Star Wars Special Edition? Worst change, Awesome Gamer? My least favorite is Jabba the Hutt in the hangar. Hate it. Hate it. For multiple reasons. Not only like the visual or the redundancy, but it's my least favorite because it kills mystery, you know? Originally, if let's say a kid nowadays is watching the original trilogy for the first time, they're not a part of like the zeitgeist. They don't know every little intricate thing that happens. They're watching Star Wars for the first time, right? They hear Jabba the Hutt's name in A New Hope. They hear Jabba's name in The Empire Strikes Back. And they don't know what Jabba the Hutt looks like until Return of the Jedi. It's this 3-movie mystery. That's my least favorite because it kills mystery, you know. But yeah. Anyway. What's up, Steel? Good to see you, man. The moon. Oh, you son of a bitch. I hope you're being facetious there. Them are fighting words. But good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. You fake fuck. You fake fan. Dude, it reminds me of like 13-year-olds who are mad at a non-skater for wearing Vans. That's what it reminds me of. And some people don't grow out of that mentality. Anyway. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the channel support, man. If Lucasfilm decides to release the original trilogy, wouldn't it be cool if the Criterion Collection released it? Oh, that would be really interesting. I would love that just to see what kind of like sleeve or steel book it would come in, right? Criterion films have beautiful cover art. I've loved every single Criterion Collection cover that I've ever seen in person. It's great. I actually haven't seen one in a long time. There was like not like an independent, but it was like a chain movie store that I used to go to maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and they just had a huge Criterion Collection section. And I love just looking at them, seeing movies that I had never heard of, never seen, and just looking at the cover. They're always just unique. Just unique. Yeah, anyway. But I doubt that would ever happen, Oscar, just because, you know, then Lucasfilm or Disney would have to fork over some money to have somebody else distribute, and you know, they'd have to split some profits. I doubt that would ever happen, but it would be awesome. Yeah, it would definitely be awesome, man. I'm trying to think. I have the Criterion Collection that comes to mind that I have literally behind me in the room behind me in a box with all my other Blu-rays is it's called oh my god. It's starts with an F. For All Mankind. Documentary. I know there's a show, I think on Apple TV, but the For All Mankind documentary is great. It's yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, like, I would say that the Apollo 11 documentary is better. The CNN one that came out last year, I would say it's better. For All Mankind is different. It came out in 1989. It's yeah, I love it. But I have it on Criterion. I just love the cover art. It's beautiful. But anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. And Lego Star Wars Fan 77, thank you so much once again for the channel support. Lego says, in my opinion, Mandalorian's the best Star Wars since OT. Your thoughts? I completely see. Obviously, that's completely subjective. That's, but I see why you would think that. I see why somebody's opinion would be that. It feels very familiar, doesn't it? It looks very familiar. I think it's in terms of like capturing the feel and look of A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie. I would say that it's the closest to capturing that out of anything that's come out since that, you know. That being said, I would say that I prefer The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi to it for different reasons. I mean, some days I'm more in the mood to watch something like The Mandalorian, but I think that the Mandalorian to me is just very simple. It's very simple. There's not much to it. It's just kind of a fun, simple ride, and I see the appeal of that, and I love that. But when I'm going to see like a Star Wars movie, I want a little more than that, right? I think that's one of the reasons that maybe Solo was a little, you know, well, to me. But I personally think that maybe the best movie. Oh man, I don't know. I think I never put like TV shows in my Star Wars rankings. Maybe I should start doing that. I've never done that. But if you want to know my movie rankings, it's A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. How surprising. Then The Last Jedi, then The Force Awakens, then The Phantom Menace, then Revenge of the Sith, then probably Solo, then probably The Rise of Skywalker, Rogue One, Attack of the Clones. That's probably how it goes. But yeah, anyway, Lego. I can see why you think that. I see why a lot of people probably think that too. I get it. But yeah, man. And Steven Homelak, good to see you. Steven says, hey, HG, been a while. I love Cool Hand Luke 2. Paul Newman is one of my favorite movie stars. Butch Cassidy, The Hustler, The Sting, The Verdict. Dude, The Sting is great. The Sting is great. Yeah, he's got an awesome... I'm going to just bring him up. And he also has fantastic salad dressing. Okay, IMDb. I need to look into the story of that. I need to look into the story of why he has his own damn salad dressing, Steve. Hustler. I haven't seen The Hustler in a long time. I don't think I've ever seen The Verdict. Seen Slapshot. He's in Cars? What does he do in Cars? He's Doc Hudson? Doc Hudson. Doc Hudson. Oh, he's the... Wait. Doc Hudson. Me and my daughter watched Cars recently. I don't recognize this character. Weird. Okay. Yeah, if you guys... So, we brought up Cool Hand Luke earlier. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Cool Hand Luke and... Shit, The Hustle... the Sting is fantastic. Those are probably the two movies that I when I think of Paul Newman, those are the two movies that I think of. The Sting and Cool Hand Luke. That's your homework for the weekend, man. Fantastic movies. But yeah. And now, damn it, now, Steve, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole and look at why he has his own salad dressing. But I appreciate that, man. The first time that I saw Cool Hand Luke, my dad actually bought it for me on DVD. He introduced me to a few movies, and that was one of them. What we have is failure to communicate. Eating a bunch of shitload, like 50 eggs, something like that. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but yeah. It's everyone's homework for this weekend. And Caleb Kim, thank you so much, man. Hey, HG, hope you're having a good day. Going through a tough time right now and might be potentially life-altering decisions. Well, shit, I hope it's nothing too crazy or nothing too serious that can't get sorted out. But yeah, feel free to shoot me a DM or something like that if you want to talk about it or go into I don't want you to go into specifics if you don't want to divulge too much. I get it, but yeah, man. Take the weekend to do something for yourself. Try to mellow out, and hopefully it's nothing too crazy that can't get worked through, But I appreciate that, man. Yeah, feel free to DM me on Twitter. But yeah, we can talk about it further on there. But yeah, man, hope you're doing well. Besides that, and again, try to enjoy the weekend, man. In Azkaban, I hope we get to see some more prequel era content in live action. That style and architecture would look incredible with today's technology. I completely agree, man. I've been saying it for a while, a couple years now, that I would love for them, and now obviously they're going into different eras and stuff like that now, but I want to explore prequel era stuff. I want to explore, I feel like we've just been kind of mulching over a lot of original trilogy era stuff, and it's fun. I love it. It's my favorite era, my favorite movies. I get it. But I do want to, I do want the franchise to dip its toe back into the prequel era and see what new fun stories could be told, because there's it's a big sandbox to play in, right? And I think it would be cool to get in the mix of that too. But yeah, even beyond that, I kind of want them to just break out of eras and stuff like that we're already familiar with. I just really want them to explore the unexplored. But yeah. There we go. He has his own production company now. He could do it, hopefully. Boyega. Yeah, I think the only other movie that I've seen John Boyega in was Attack the Block. I watched that before The Force Awakens came out. But yeah. Boba Bricks, thank you so much for the channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Boba, were you streaming the other day? Maybe it wasn't you. No, okay. No, it wasn't you. Okay. I think there was must have been okay, it wasn't you. I was just, sometimes, man, I go on YouTube when I'm like eating a sandwich or something and my daughter's napping. I'll like just search on YouTube for Star Wars and then filter it by people who are live and just to like listen to some Star Wars opinions and stuff like that, or shoot the shit with people. It's been a while since I've done that, but I actually did that a couple days ago, and I found somebody building a Lego set, and maybe their name is very similar to yours, but it was not you. Boba Brick says, or asks, thoughts on the Resistance storyline in TLJ. That is one aspect that, you know, I do, I think I said this in my initial review too, felt convoluted to me, I mean, it serves its purpose to put the Resistance on the run. I like it as a concept, but I feel like the execution was left much to be desired, in my opinion. You know, I can think that and also still think the movie was pretty damn good and like the vast majority of it, you know. But yeah, I feel like that storyline, the Resistance plot, the Finn and Rose, and that entire subplot was one of the weakest elements of the movie. I loved pretty much everything else. I love Rey and Luke. I love Luke and Kylo, or Kylo and Rey. I love that entire interaction. But yeah, the kind of the thread of the Resistance storyline being on the run. Again, I love it as a concept. Come on, you're battered. You're, you know, you've been kicked down. You're on the run. Introducing like tracking through hyperspace. I dig all that shit. I like all that stuff, but you know, the execution of it was yeah, well, I think I said this in my initial review too. Whenever it did cut to that stuff, it kind of felt like the throttle of the movie was taken aback in terms of my enjoyment, because I did love all the, you know, the Rey and Luke, the Rey and Kylo stuff, but as soon as it kind of jumped to the Resistance storyline and all of that, it kind of pumped the brakes for me, you know. But when I watched it recently, I loved the Force Jedi story, but really didn't enjoy the Resistance part as a whole. Yeah, I think, again, that's one of the weaker aspects of the movie. But you know, again, overall I like the movie quite a bit. Way better than like The Rise of Skywalker. And it's kind of like it's really interesting to me, because there's people online who and this is just like this is a small sliver of people on like Twitter who, if you have something critical or negative to say about a movie, they jump down your throat. And then there's people on the opposite side that if you have something positive to say about a movie, they jump down your throat. Like, dude, it's hilarious, man. You get called a shill, you get called a hater about the same fucking movie. People are so goofy. So yeah, gotta love it, man. Anyway, I appreciate it, Boba. Hope you're doing well, man. And Caleb Kim, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon, once again. Caleb says, had to delete my Twitter, but I'll DM you on IG at some point. That, it was probably a good decision, man. It's Twitter. We've had, you know, I've talked about this forever. Twitter, social media. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's too consuming to some people, you know? And you can tell whenever you log on Twitter, you can tell who's just consumed by it because they're constantly arguing every couple minutes. It's too consuming for some people. Like, some people just have to delete it. I'm not saying that's you. I'm not saying that's what you did, but I think that's probably a good decision overall for human health. So yeah, feel free to yeah, I'm following you on Instagram, right? If not, I'm pretty sure I am. What's your username on there? Well, let me see if it's Caitlin. Yeah, it is. Okay, I am. Yeah, feel free to DM me whenever you can. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, you fake fan, Steel. What's up, man? Did you hear my spiel earlier? You didn't reply. I felt betrayed. Hope you're doing well, man. I was hoping that EA Play would happen again this year. Obviously, this is pre-COVID. I was like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna have everybody fly out there again. But unfortunately, that'll have to wait. All right. Nice. My daughter's taking a nap right now. I was saying that the whole fake fan thing reminds me of like 13-year-old kids who get angry at like non-skaters who wear Vans. That's what it reminds me of. That mentality. It reminds me of like that 13-year-old mentality grown up into a 35-year-old body. Dumb. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much once again, man. DOTF and TROS could have easily been weaved together using Lord of the Rings as an analogy. Coruscant could have been the Gondor battle and Exegol the Mordor battle. Yeah, I guess you could look. I'm trying to remember. Huh. Yeah. Well, you know how I feel about The Rise of Skywalker. It's one of my least favorite Star Wars movies. I glanced over pretty much most of the big Duel of the Fates notes and stuff like that. Overall, I definitely like the direction of it more than what we got. But I'm not going to dwell on that for 5 years. It's fine. But I know some people have done like audio plays of Duel of the Fates. And I would love to listen to that. But yeah. As a general concept, I would agree. But I appreciate that, Oscar. Man, sorry guys. People are fans of shoes. Oh no, back in the day, I remember kids would get upset for somebody wearing like Airwalks or something like that who didn't skateboard. You know what I mean? It's that stupid like dumb mentality of a 13-year-old who, I think we've all been there. But you grow up, or when you're like one of your favorite bands has a decently selling record, and you get upset. Bad religion used to be badass. Now they sold out. They're on a video game. They're on a video game soundtrack. They sold out. That kind of stupid ass mentality, I've never seen Pugogrand's 16mm restoration, Elizabeth. I don't have it downloaded actually either. It'd be cool. It'd be worth getting for sure. I kind of want like all of the fan preservations, fan restorations on my computer just to have as like as a library of things that people have done to preserve the original Star Wars, you know. But yeah. COVID confirmed. Oh, for sure. It's silly when things you like get popular. It only helps you get more of what you want. Yeah, and dude, I've been one of those people too. Like back in the day, right? I remember listening to. I'm trying to think of like the best example. Shit, probably like Blink 182 is the best example. What was that? Dude Ranch? Is that what that album was called? Dude Ranch, Blink 182. Yeah, like okay, 1997. Yeah, I remember listening to Dude Ranch and it was like fucking awesome. And then their next one had all the small things on it. I was like, this is ass. And then I ended up loving it. Like it's just I don't know. It's your examples are spot on. Bad Religion getting popular brought them to Australia. Oh, nice, man, nice. Yeah, I used to listen to all that shit back in the day. Their local record stores would have just sections of like Hellcat records and all that. It's been a long time since I've tried to I turned on Spotify maybe a month ago when I was running, and I tried to listen to a playlist called Run Punk Run, and it was like there's a lot of stuff that I recognized, and there was some like Anti-Flag on there and stuff like that. And as I was running, I had to turn off the playlist because I was like, oh, I kind of know what my dad meant by all this shit sounds the same now. You know what I mean? But Blink 182 once made vintage Star Wars Leia figures make out in the back seat of my car. Get that? Seriously? That's really? That's crazy. Were they like touring in Australia? Hello, Roman. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate the kind words. Mike Zero probably. That's funny. Have you guys played a game called Grounded? I saw that it was on Game Pass. My buddy played it the other night. It looks like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but I think I don't really know too much about it, but it looks pretty damn fun. I installed it last night. I have not played it yet. I'm really looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other video games that I've played lately. Oh, I bought Thimbleweed Park finally. Been wanting to play that for a long time. It was on sale. Yeah. Seriously, yeah, interviewed them for Cheshire Cat, and we loved all the same music and movies, so we would hang out and they'd tour. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's insane. Cheshire Cat, 95. Oh, wow. Carousel. I forgot. I haven't listened to... Golly. You're bringing me back. Huh. Crazy. Man, I know what I'm going to listen to later. Benoit Balls. Oh, man. Awesome. Nice. The other day when you were streaming, I think you were streaming yesterday, Steel. Maybe it was the day before. I think I was getting lunch together for my daughter, and I clicked a link. It was either from you or your guest on Twitter, and I listened to a little bit. While I was getting her lunch ready. Something about your webcam froze or paused or something like that. I heard that section. But, yeah. All right, guys, I got a jet. I'm going to go. It is almost 3 o'clock here. I'm going to do a little workout session until 4. The latest I let my daughter take a nap is 4. I have a video scheduled for tomorrow. It's a really fun video. It's that I've been looking forward to making for like a week and a half. It's me unboxing some 1999 Phantom Menace toys that I've had since 1999. They've been in the box since then. They just kind of have like a weird special place in my heart. They've been with me for 67% of my life. I've never, it sounds weird. I'm holding Darth Maul right now, and like for 21 years, he was just behind some plastic. And to actually like have this, feel the texture of this figure, it's just weird, man. It's weird. So I have that video. It's like 12-minute long video, and it's a lot more than just me opening boxes. There's a little history in there. There's a little fun in there too. I actually call a phone number, which was very uneventful. But anyway, guys. So it is time for me to jet. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm probably gonna stream Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna stream today. But I'll stream, or Saturday. I don't know if I'll stream Saturday, but I'll probably stream Sunday night. Anyway. All right, so everybody who supported the channel through Super Chats, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the hell out of it. To everyone who just hung out in the chat, didn't say a damn word, thanks for tuning in and listening to my dumb voice. So, all right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are on planet Earth, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a good weekend, guys. See ya.